Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make curry puffs. Curry puffs making in the United States is very easy because we get this puff pastry sheets. I heard that we get that in India these days too. These puff pastry sheets, not the puff pastry cups. Like, some people make it with cups also, but I prefer sheets. You get two sheets in here. These are very abundant in holiday period, but rest of the year it is hard to find them in the grocery stores for some reason. Like I always have to ask after 2 3 trips I find one. Like these are at the holiday period from way before Thanksgiving to until after Christmas, you see them a lot in the side freezers and everywhere. So there are two sheets. I'm not going to use all of them, that's too much. I'm going to use that other sheet for something else later. So I'm going to make with one sheet today. So for this, I took about a half a cup of peas and carrots frozen, boil them in the microwave a little bit, and I boiled a couple of potatoes before. Those are the potatoes. I cut it into small pieces, and taking a teaspoon of oil. You don't need a whole lot of oil. You can avoid oil also. It is not necessary, but if you want to fry it a little bit, you can. Here are vegetables and everything. It's up to your selection, like what you want to add, but potatoes taste better with this. If you don't have anything, just potatoes also, it works well. um, I prefer potatoes, and I love potatoes, but we don't use potatoes a whole lot. See, these are the sometimes, some rare occasions I use potatoes because they are too much carb. So anyway, that stuffing is up to your choice. What spices I put in there is up to your choice. I'm just doing it in Indian way since these are called curry puffs. I'm showing the curry what we make. This is what curry is. A lot of people, I heard people saying, "Oh, I don't like the smell of the curry. I don't like that." But that the curry powder you get in the stores is not we usually use at home. That is maybe some parts of the India or some Caribbean they use it, but we don't use it. Uh, to be frank, I don't like the smell of it because that has a very strong smell. Lot of coriander powder, lot of cumin powder. You can use coriander and cumin powder, but not that extent. It's too much there. A little bit will do it, but I didn't use any of that here. I just used chili powder, salt. I use little cilantro, and instead of a coriander powder, cilantro is nothing but the fresh coriander leaves. So that's what a little bit of about a tablespoon of cut is finely chopped coriander leaves, and a little turmeric. It's optional. Turmeric is good for your health, and it's not only gives the color, it is good for your health. That's why I use it's not necessary. You can just put salt and pepper in here, whatever spices you like, whatever the spice bottles you have, you can mix and match, experiment. I just use chili powder, salt and turmeric, and coriander, fresh cilantro, and fried them a little bit, and I put half a cup of water in there and let it cook. Again, because the potatoes and vegetables like peas and green peas and carrots are all already cooked, but I want to cook with spices one more time. Let it cook slowly over on the stove. While it's cooking, I take the sheet. This is thawed. I put it out for thawing. You need to at least thaw it for 15 minutes or so. So I'm going to cut it in the foldings, like long. And then vertically I cut it to three more times, 3 more cuts, which makes 4 pieces. So each sheet is making 12 pieces. This is one whole sheet. I'm making it into 12 pieces. This is up to you how you make it. There is no set rule or anything. It's going to stay same anyway, but how you want to. I'm just giving you a few ideas how to do it. This is how I do it. I make about 3 different shapes of this, and even stuffing is it's up to you. You can put whatever you want. You can some people do the boiled eggs also. Cut the boiled egg into 2 pieces or 4 pieces and put that in there with along with some of the curry what we make. The curry also optional how you make it. Gravy is not going to work. You have to do a fry curry. So that's why I just put water, but I boiled it. I waited till the water evaporated and then mushed it a little bit, like so it won't be too dry and too like pieces and dry and they will fall out of the puffs. So that's why I just mashed it a little bit. Once I do that, so I'm taking each one of them and sprinkling some flour on it and just reshaping it. They're not all in same shape, so I'm just rolling it, so make it a little bit bigger. It's more convenient. If it's a very small piece, it's hard to fold and hard to stuff in there. You can barely put any stuffing. So that's how I mashed it a little bit with a spoon. I didn't totally paste it or anything, but that kind of holds better. If it is too dry or too watery, it is not going to hold it better. So never use any gravy curry, but not too dry also, not too dry fry. Like so see, this is how one is like what do we call this? Like I don't really name any shapes. This is, let's call this a star. Like I'm just the way I'm showing you, that's how I make sure the corners are like stuck together very well, so it won't break and all the curry fall out. So I'm showing you 3 different shapes. I fold them, so it's up to you how you want to fold them. So these I'm going to later on show you different items making. You could do like apple pie kind of thing also with these sheets. These sheets are very convenient and easy. If you want to make curry from scratch, make the sheet and everything, all the dough mixing and making those, and it's a long process. Just for a people, 2 or 4 people in a family, you don't want to go through all those levels and do all that. Instead, like buy a puff pastry sheets. You don't need a whole lot of them. When you're making in a large quantity, it makes sense to not spend that much. Those puff pastry sheets are not very cheap anyway. I don't exactly remember how much I paid, but they are not very cheap. But it is not this unaffordable or something. Unless you're buying in a very, very large quantity, it is too much. That in those cases I would prefer. See, these are like corners. I attach the corners. The other one, the second one I made is the traditional curry puff shape. This first one and the third one I came up with my own idea, just to look good. That's it. So I'm going to. So before I started rolling those, I already turned the oven on 350 for 20 minutes. Once I put the tray inside, I'll put the timer on for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is more than enough. Don't put too long, it's going to get burnt, so we don't want that to happen. So it's only, you're not rolling them or changing the position of them or anything. Just put them in there and bake it for 20 minutes. 20 minutes, after the 20 minutes is over, just take it out and cool it down I'll leave it in the tray because once they slightly cool, I can take it into a different plate or something. So I hope you like this video. Please try this. This is very, very tasty item. If you have the puff pastry sheets at home, just boil the potato and add some spices in there. You don't even have to cook them separately again. Just stuff them and bake them. That is a quick and easy snack, and very filling too. Very, very filling. So try this, enjoy, and let me know. Your comments are welcome. how you like it. I want to know how you like it. Thank you for watching and keep watching. Thank you.